Hey everybody, welcome to This Week in Sports. I'm Sean. So the NBA free agent signing period started this past week. There are quite a bit of moves. So your biggest moves, you have Dwight Howard going over to the Rockets. You have Chris Paul staying with the Los Angeles Clippers, signing a max-out deal, $107 million. You have Nick Young going over to the Lakers. This is really good for the Lakers because they're getting a backup guy for give Kobe Bryant some time to come back when he's fully healthy because he can score. You also have Tyreke Evans going over to New Orleans. You have AK-47 Andre Kirilenko. He's heading out to the Nets. You have Andre Bargnani, who's formerly of the Raptors, going over to the Knicks. You have, and one of the biggest ones that that's going to help a team out is going to be Andre Iguodala heading over to the Warriors because he's going to give them that athletic player that can bring some defense to them to stop one of the best scorers on the other team. That's going to be really good for the Warriors to help them out. They definitely have the scores. Now they're going to have an athletic defender who could possibly put up some points as well. Never been a great scorer in my mind. But he's very, very athletic and he's a good defender. One of the biggest moves, which to me almost, when I just hear the name, I laugh. I feel like he's not worth much in the NBA these days. He's just a big body. Is Andrew Bynum. He's heading over to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland Cavaliers have done a lot of moves in the draft and in trading players to try to rebuild since LeBron left. I don't know if this is going to help them. Don't know if it's going to hurt them. I do know, and I don't know, but what I think, from what I've seen of Andrew Bynum, I think he's a very immature player, and I don't really know if he's going to ever be the person that a lot of teams think he can be because of his immaturity. And also my team, the Chicago Bulls, they let go of Rip Hamilton, which makes me quite happy because now we can move Jimmy Butler into the starting lineup and have a really good starting five. Derrick Rose, Butler, Dang, Boozer, and Noah. It's going to be pretty good for my Bulls. I'm pretty happy about that move. Getting rid of him, getting rid of some extra weight. There's also some moves in the NFL this past week. Victor Cruz, he signed a 5-year, $46 million contract with 15 guaranteed. That's a pretty good deal, I think, for a really good wide receiver. For the last couple years, he's been up there in the top in yards, catches, and touchdowns. And $56 million is not a lot when you consider only 15 is guaranteed. So that means 15 guaranteed and the other 46 it's not technically on the books until the season starts. You know, depending on what the signing bonuses are. I mean, if you can always restructure this. It's looking good for the New York Giants. They did a really good job with this one. And also in the North, the NFC North, the Lions are trying to finalize a deal with Matthew Stafford. They're getting close, and I imagine that his deal is probably going to be somewhere around the likes of Tony Romo and Joe Flacco, around the $100 million range, because he's a very talented guy, and he's the leader of their team. He's going to be that one pivotal cog that's going to be there for probably another 10 years, give or take. So they're going to hopefully get him signed up and locked up for the next 10 years. So in golf news, Arnold Palmer in an interview stated that Tiger Woods needs a rival. Until he gets a rival, he's not going to be able to push himself to get as far as he can, and when that happens, then you'll see the Tiger of old, the Tiger that we knew, the Tiger that you know, goes into the last round with the lead and locks it down. I kind of agree with Palmer with this aspect. Since Tiger was dominating, there was always one guy there for a year, 2 years, 3 years. There's always somebody. You had David Duval, you had Vijay Singh, you had Phil Mickelson. David Duval, Vijay Singh, they've fallen off. Phil Mickelson's still up there playing really well. But ever since around those years back, you know, 6, 7 years ago, for the past 5 years, give or take, you've had a bunch of players just rotating in and out. The closest thing has been Phil and Rory McIlroy. So I think that when Tiger gets this one guy that's going to be there, his number 2 guy right there underneath him, it might push Tiger to get back to where he used to be. Tiger is definitely getting his swing back on track this year, so hopefully somebody can step into the play and challenge him, make him be the Tiger that we know. Also, next week, the British Open is happening at Muirfield. Nick Faldo has stated this is going to be his last British Open at Muirfield. I don't know whether he means if it's going to be his last tournament ever or his last British Open. He did not state this in the interview that I read, but he has won twice at Muirfield already. He said this is his favorite golf course to play at because of the memories. He hasn't signed up for any tournaments leading into this major, but he thinks that if he starts clicking, he starts hitting good shots, good striking, he has a chance. So Nick Faldo, great golfer, 6 majors in the bag. You know, he definitely can do it, but he's running low on father times. Catching up with him. He's up in his high 50s, mid 50s, 56 years old. It's going to be tough for him to pull this out. You don't see it very often. You see Davis Love III, some guys like that coming around, still playing really well in some of these majors. But since Nick Faldo hasn't been playing consistently, I mean, can he really do it? He's been doing a lot of commentary over the last however many years. Can he still play like with the pros the way he used to play? We'll find out next week, I guess. Also in British Open news, John Daly's had to withdraw from the British Open. He actually messed up his elbow. He's going to have some surgery because in the last tournament a couple weeks ago, he hit a root when he was chipping. It was the final straw that broke the camel's back, and now he has to have surgery to fix some torn tendons in his elbow. So yeah, that's it for this week in sports, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons. Let me know what you guys think about the NBA free agent signing period, what the moves you liked, what moves you didn't like, what team is your favorite that's going around making the moves that they need to make. Let me know what you guys think about the 2 signings in the NFL and everything else going on in the NFL as well. Your Aaron Hernandez news as well going on with the trial still, and your golf news, your British Open stuff. Let me know what you guys think down below. And let's get this conversation started off right this week, guys. We'll see you next time.